Hey everybody. I'm just writing this so you can see what it looks like. So remember, once you've completed the diagnostic arena, your screen should look something like this, right? So you should see something like this with all the stars, an overall math level, and there's all these recommended skills. It says, what does that mean? So I want to go back to IXL and show you what I'm talking about. You've done the diagnostic a lot, and you will go back to the diagnostic arena every once in a while now. But now we're sort of done with that part, and it kind of is going to give you some ideas of what you should work on. So you can always come back, step into the arena, and you'll have to do that for certain things. Like right now, it doesn't quite really know what to give you next for data, statistics, and probability, right? So it says keep diagnosing. So if you're running out of skills here, you'll have to step back into the arena so it can get a sense of what's next for you. Okay. But once you have a bunch of things, and this one has a lot of recommended skills here, you can go to learning. And this is the place where you're going to show me the stuff that you're working on. It's a place where you're going to ask me questions because this is probably you're at this level where you can grow the best, and then you can go from here, get help if you need it from me or from somebody else, and see if you can push yourself to higher levels. Okay, so number one, if there's things I've given you that I've suggested you do because it's really important, this is a great place to go. So right now there's three things. There's decimal number lines, fractions of number lines. Those are super important, and I've identified them as your teacher. I've found that those are really good ones. So these starred ones up here, super important. Then there's the stuff that IXL says. The diagnostic arena is saying these are things to work on. So there's two different ones I want you to see. Try something new. I'm not so interested in you doing. It's the ones that say next up, which means it's like the next level, or the one that says work it out, right? So work it out and next up. Work it out means you're closer to getting it, but you're maybe not quite there yet. Next up means it's really something probably new that you don't quite understand yet. In either case, you can skip on it. You can click on one of those. And this is the thing I'd want you to share with me is to show me how you're doing. So you're going to click on, let's say, try this. And here it is. It's a third grade skill. Which metric unit of weight is appropriate? And so the first thing is, you might not know how to answer this question. It's something that maybe you got wrong in the diagnostic arena. So one good place to go is learn with an example. So just to take a second to read it, can be very helpful. So it says, which is a better estimate for the weight of a fork, 26 kilograms or 26 grams? 26 grams is a better estimate. 26 kilograms is too heavy. Kilograms, by the way, are like a couple pounds, right? So 2 pounds about per kilogram, a little bit over 2 pounds. So a fork doesn't weigh pounds; it's grams, right? So now you hit back to practice, and you say, oh, for a weight of a goat, though, goats are heavy, so probably kilograms, right? And you can keep on doing questions here. The weight of a cherry, well, that's not kilograms. That's not like pounds. That's light. So grams, right? And it's going to keep on asking you questions, and your smart score will go up. Remember, your goal is to get an 80 or above. If you can do that, then let me pause. I'll get this one up to there. Well, let me say one thing. Let's say you're really stuck here. So you could take a screenshot of this and share it on SeeSaw and say, I still don't understand this. And I'll send you a video back or somebody else might to explain it to you. That's one thing. So you can take a picture of this right here, and I showed on the Google slide how to do it. It's Control Shift, and then that box with the two lines on it on the screen. It looks like this. So I'm just going to write this on the screen so you can see. So it's Control Shift. You hold those down, and then you do hit the box two lines thing, and that is going to make it so you can take a screenshot. And I'll do that right here so you can see what that looks like. I don't know if you can see my screen. Control Shift here, and then so now I would take a picture of the what the problem is. So I have to capture that Z15 up here because I need to know what you're working on so I can maybe it helps me. Also, sort of the score you're at. So for kind of all the way from up here where it says the grade and the thing, capture the whole problem. Maybe capture your work if you have some on your screen with if you had a Jamboard, get as much as you can on there. And then I'm sort of holding down and I'm going to let go now. And it took a screenshot. And this is what I'm going to have you put to Jamboard. I mean, not Jamboard, SeeSaw. So then you could go to SeeSaw and you could uh, post this, right? So what does that mean? You go to SeeSaw, um, you log in, of course, and once you're in, you would share with me perhaps your question, or if not a question, you could just show me that you did really well on something. You show, look, I got 100, or you could show me I got an 86. So when you're done with an IXL, the idea is that you're posting it, you're creating a portfolio here. So you're using screenshot to do that. Then you just say add. It's pretty quick. I think yours is just going to take you right to this screen. When you hit add, it's going to look like this. And the thing we're going to do is we're going to upload that picture we just took. So that's where you're usually going to go. I'm going to select from my computer because it saves to my computer. And uh, it could be under downloads. It'll be usually the top one. I actually like doing recent because that's the most recent thing is always at the top here. So it's today at 10:30. Perfect. Click on that, open. And it's going to ask you if you want to put more things in here. Usually I just do one. But if you wanted to, if you took a few screenshots and you want to show me a few things you did in IXL, you could do a couple. And I'm going to now say, okay, the check mark. And here it is. Okay. So now you've shown me this. Now this is usually I wouldn't leave it here if I were you. If I were you, I would maybe hit this right here, right? Hit this, record something for me so that I know that what your question is. Or you could maybe type a question right here using the text box. But let's just try this. So it's going to start recording. I can hit this button if I want to go faster. And you'd say something like, hi, Mr. Marks. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what kilograms are and grams. This makes no sense to me. Or if you did really well, you'd say something like, see, Mr. Marks, it totally makes sense. Kilograms are heavy, grams are light. You would explain what you're doing. You could pause it, right? And then go to, if you had more things to say on different slides, you could do that. But right now, it's basically making a video of your screen. That's what SeeSaw is doing. When you're done with your message to me, you just hit done. So then now I know what you're up to, and that means that now it's recorded this little video. Okay, and then you see now when I come here, I'll hear your voice explaining things. If it's one of the ones where you want to show me something, you can remember do this. I'm just going to re-record it right here. Or you can do a new one as well. And I'm going to re-record it. And maybe you wanted to show me some math here. So you could have also used SeeSaw to sort of show me some math. And I'll see that in your video as well, right? So there's a lot of options here. You can, when you're doing this recording, if you want to talk through your reasoning or show me something by doing it, all the better, okay? I do know this is a long video. It's here for you if you ever get stuck again. Good luck with this. Post things to SeeSaw so I can see them. That way I can comment on them. That way you can share it with other people. You can show your parents. You can show your friends. And you can make sure you get your questions answered. And we can celebrate when you understand new things and you can show me your progress. Awesome.